Welcome home, one and all, and welcome back to Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. My name is HomesteadHero. You can call me HomesteadHero or Jake. And before I launch into the recap from last week's episode, I do want to give a quick disclaimer to everybody who is here. So, your boy is not feeling super hot. At about this time last night, actually at exactly this time last night, got some serious fever and chills and coughing and headache and stuff. And so that was a fun time. I am feeling better this morning, but my body does the thing where it's like, for like 12 hours in the day, it's fine, and then the later half of the night, I go quickly down the tubes. So if that happens again, just be aware that I'm probably gonna skedaddle. But let's see. So the plan of attack for tonight is this. We are just about to launch into our first class trial, which I'll explain in a hot second, but we are only going to do that for tonight. It should only take about hour and a half, 2 hours. So we should be good either way, but just in case, even if it's only like an hour tonight, like, that's fine. I'm okay. I just want to get through this. So, I'm hoping that this stays away. I'm not feeling super great right now, but I'm not awful either. And I just want to play a little bit with y'all. So, but not to worry on that end either. I did take a COVID test. I am not positive in that regard at all. So we're good. Don't worry about that. But yeah, so last episode, we had a very eventful night. Essentially what happened is that we showed up for our first group assembly, and the ultimate fashionista, Junko Enoshima, got murked by Monokuma. Monokuma charged at her, and she stomped at him, like, "What are you doing, you little freak?" And then he was like, "You attacked me!" and then murdered her with a bunch of spears. So that was a fun time, but that did not cue a trial because we saw it all in front of us. The person that actually died last week was Sayaka Mizuno, our only friend here, and the ultimate pop idol. So now we need to discover what happened to her, how, why, who killed her, all of the above in our class trial, or else we're gonna die. So that's about it for right now. But before we launch into that, let me say hello to everyone that is here. Poofs, Lazy, Ash Rider, Orange Bandana Boy, Nico, and anyone else who's lurking around. It is lovely to see all of your names here tonight. Thank you for popping on, everybody. How's everybody doing today? Homenstad, that's a new one. That sounds like maybe my Gaelic name. Jake, I missed your face. Poofs, I missed your name. I would say face, but I don't actually see your face. Well, thanks. I hope you're doing well. I hope you had a good weekend, buddy. Oh, I know. One of the gun things did. It's fine. It didn't even, like... I don't even know if all the people that followed are actually gun bots or not. I don't even care. Some of them have really cool names, if so. This one, Chimera Complex. Kind of freaking cool name. Really love that. Oh, thank you, Poofs. I appreciate it. Oh... I will, I promise, Ash. Luckily, here's the thing, is that I chugged a bunch of Mucinex last night, and it was awful. I was almost saying delightful. I meant to say disgusting. But I had a lot of work today, and I was really worried I wasn't going to get it all done. And I got more than what I thought I was going to get done. So it was great. I had a great day. So I'm hoping it continues that way. Yes, how are the kitties, Nico? And yes, our question of the day, thank you for queuing it orange, is what is one of your favorite soundtracks, be it from movies, let me see, movie shows or games? Oh! Papa, thank you for gifting a tier 1 sub to Kim Meekster. Oh, Kim's always here. I'm so glad. Thank you for doing that. I almost said my friend. You're my family. Thank you for doing that, Papa. I really appreciate it. But yes, please share with me what are your favorite soundtracks. Can be from anything you want. Every time someone cues this tonight, and not chain spamming it, but like if people do it throughout the night, I'll do a new one. I will start with, my favorite is the holiday soundtrack. It's very nostalgic to me, it's very memorable to me. My mom ran a furniture store for a couple years, and I worked in it during the week. And she would play that, like, on loop in there. And it was like, it's such an evocative album, I think, especially because Hans Zimmer made it. But also my mom redid my entire room when I was away on vacation once, without her. And when I walked back in my room, she played that. So now it's like eternally embedded with great memories in my head, so. Oh, the Dragon Age soundtrack is so good, Nico. I've been in such a mood to play those games again. It's so bad. But I actually have an excuse because I didn't finish Inquisition on my on this PS4 and my other one died. So I actually have to redo that before Dragon Age 4 comes out. So I'm going to replay it soon. I'm very excited. Oh, Mama, you're here too. Hello. I will always stand by this. The original Terraria main menu music. I just played Terraria for the first time recently. My friend is obsessed with it. He has over 1,000 hours in it. So I need to repay attention to it. Soundtrack from my favorite anime of all time, Black Butler. Oh, classical music, that is right. I don't know a whole lot about it, to be honest, but I have seen enough of it to get the vibe. Oh, Asher with Joshi and Hill. Hello, Hill. Hi, Joshi. Good to, well, kind of have you guys here, I guess. But thank you for coming, my friends, and thank you for the lurk, Nico. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up with everybody. Yes, we love you, Hill. Hang on, let me just ruin chat's day by talking about, started saying, yeah, we fancy, like, Applebee's on a date. What? Fancy is, okay, listen. I'm one of those people that does not actually hate Applebee's like everybody else does. I actually like Applebee's a lot. Fancy is not the right word for it, and especially not for a date night. Oh, Kim, you're here. I'm so glad that you got, the subs. I hope that you enjoy, all of our Night Before Christmas emotes. I'm such a big fan of the Ocarina of Time music. Oh, as you should be. It's Zelda. I mean, that is some of the best music ever. The Into the Spider-Verse theme song. Also a good one. I forgot about that. All the other recent files are people. Great. Well, Poops, that's delightful because I love their names. We got a Valkyrie, Clownfish Niku, and Chimera Complex. It's fantastic. I have almost 350 hours Terraria played in 100% of the game. That is very nice. Homestead, have you not heard the song and ad before for Terraria? No, I've like... Oh, you mean the Applebee's thing? No, I literally never pay attention to commercials in my whole life. Anyway, with that said, I'm going to hop into the game because I took 8,000 years with the intro here. So, let's load up our file. Ooh, I think it was this one. Continue. Yeah, pre-trial prep, here we go. Don't listen to it. Oh, okay. Is it, like, bad?
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results.
Monokuma, you didn't let me do any, like, skills or anything. Okay, so this game has, like, skills you can equip and stuff, so I was hoping to do that. I hope it didn't skip over it? Maybe he just does the rules first. I don't know, let's see. Oh, thank you for the hydrate, Poos. Guys, please don't make me do anything crazy tonight. I'm really... I don't have the energy for it. But I will take 3 sips in your honor. Which is probably a good thing. Because I just chowed down on Chinese food, so I do actually need to hydrate. I really, oh, the Spiritfarer music. That's a great one. I've only watched a little bit of that game. I haven't played it yet, but it's utterly gorgeous in every way. You'll 100, oh, okay, great.
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
So this is basically the premise of the whole game. Everybody who is a fan of this series lives and dies by Clash Trials. Also, I realized the entirety of Clash Trials are voiced, except for, like, Makoto's inner thoughts. And I have been voicing everything and everyone in this game this whole time, so I'm like, what am I even going to talk about tonight?
And the killer really is one of us, right?
Of course.
Okay, then. Everyone, close your eyes. And whoever did it, raise your hand.
Taka, I love you, but you are such a moron. I think it was Monokuma. No, he does clarify it really is one of the classmates.
Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand?
Thank you, Mondo.
Before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick?
Oh yeah, people are dead, Orange, like 2 of them. Oh, you can click, if anybody needs to catch up on last week if they missed it, type in command Dangan recap, and we'll always have like an up-to-date recap of what's going on. Spiritfarer is very chill. It's how I decompress in boss battles in Arise now. Kim, I understand, because the boss battles are a nightmare in Arise, and I'm grinding right now for cash, and I hate it. But I've seen plenty of it, and I adore it. It's a beautiful game. Thank you, Poos, for bringing that up.
What's
There they are.
going on with those pictures?
Kyoko, what do you think?
I'd feel awful if they got left out just because they died. Friendship penetrates even death's barrier.
Ew, creepy. Thank you for the... Oh, it's the host. Thank you, Poops. I appreciate that. I love how he's like, I'm gonna just remind you all the people that got killed because of you.
Friendship penetrates.
Oh my gosh, for me, I hate you. Go away.
But what about that other empty seat? There were only 15 of us to begin with, so why are there 16 seats?
Is it for Monokuma?
Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people.
Are you the sixth? Are you number 16? Are you a people? Do you count? Is that popular girl who got killed? Yeah, Ultimate Fashionista Junko Enoshima got murked immediately. I think chronologically, technically Sayaka died first, but she was the first one we saw. Honestly, let the person walk free. I prefer the boss battles over the fishing minigame, though. Oh, yeah, Kim, yeah, no, agreed. It's not much better, but still.
What about does it for the preamble? Get ready to get started.
Can I prepare for
First up is
Monokuma?
the case summary. Now, let the class trial begin.
It's about to begin. The debate to decide who we think the killer is. Anything I found, anything I noticed, I have to be ready to speak up about everything. Because this isn't just about me. Everyone's lives are on the line. Your first non-stop debate is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? I'll do it for your guys' sake. Real suspicious of that 16th seat now. Oh wait, there goes my bold prediction of her getting out. Wait, of who getting out? Oh, of Junko? Yeah, no, she dead, buddy. The narrator isn't Monokuma here, but it's just like a bodiless voice, so I'm just gonna do Monokuma's voice. As things progress during each class trial, you'll engage in a number of non-stop debates. During these discussions, characters will speak one after another without pause. It's up to you to unearth any lies or contradictions buried within their statements. What this means is that you'll have to use your truth bullets to refute what they say. Any relevant truth bullets you found during your investigation will be loaded into the truth cylinder. Use the mouse to aim. Okay, whatever. Pay close attention to each character's statements and use your truth bullets to blast the right ones. Note that if you run out of time, you'll automatically fail, so please be careful. If you press the escape key, you can remove your controls. Okay, great. No, they really did not let me equip anything. Wow, I cannot believe that happened. I wasn't done. Hold on, let me see if I can go in here. Yeah, evidence of a struggle. We got it. Thank you. No, they don't. Oh my gosh, lame. That 16th seat is poofs. Oh, I love that. Okay. Oh, they don't voice these? The one who murdered was Miss Sayaka Mizuno. Oh, no, there they are.
And the murder took place in the car.
In the bathroom.
Alright, hold
So
on.
it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom.
Okay, nothing weird yet.
She didn't even have a chance.
Oh, there we go. Okay, so see how that works, everybody? When there's highlighted text, then we can combat it with whatever is in our gun at the moment. Our truth bullets.
Just a second, Chihiro. Try to remember.
Oh, hey! Bria and Tia, it's so good to see both of you here tonight. Thank you for popping by. How are you doing today? It's good to see you here late at night. I know, Bria, it's pretty late for you, isn't it? We just literally started doing our first class trial in Danganronpa. So somebody got murked, and we're trying to figure out what happened to them.
With the way things have been damaged, I think we can definitely assume there was a struggle.
You think there are, like, swords lying around? There's carvings out of the wall.
Between who and who?
Oh, that's right. Chihiro stayed in the gym because she's like, oh, I want to be with Junko's body. And we're like, great. Thanks for the help.
Between Sayaka and the killer, of course.
So you're saying Sayaka wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom?
Doesn't seem like it. This rapid fire conversation is really sharing the air for the kids. There'd be a lot more strangling. Well, that's probably why Monokuma was like, I have to have you stand behind these podiums because if not, you will kill each other where you stand. It's not super late. Oh, okay, that's good then. I feel like maybe just in my mind, because I know that you always do, like, you had morning streams for a while, then in my head I'm always like, oh, it must be so late for you, but also some of my friends are just old people at heart. I mean, I'm old, but I'm like cranky old, not like I'm gonna go to bed early old. So, sometimes most of my friends just go to bed that early.
She must have been attacked in the main room first. Then, she ran to the bathroom to try and hide. The killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene. It shouldn't even need explaining.
Listen, Byakuya, this is a tutorial. We are on the first level. You do not need to be rude.
Sorry.
Look, you made her cry! Jerk.
Okay, so what's next?
Next is the subject of the murder weapon.
Wow, this is starting to sound like a real trial.
Hifumi, where have you been? It is! Like, what are you... Oh, okay. I'd still be leaning over the podium shouting. Oh, Orange, I would be up in everybody's business right now. I went to bed at 6 a.m. It was nice. Oh my... Poofs! Was it nice? Are you alive and okay today? Gosh. We need to determine what was used to kill Sayaka. Alright, what do we got? So probably from now on we'll have more than one bullet, I'd assume? Nope, still only kitchen knife set.
So what was used to kill her?
I'll let everybody's go through it once, so that you can see it all.
Some kind of sharp object thrust into her stomach. Without a doubt, that is the murder weapon.
I mean, it was literally in her stomach.
The killer used some random knife they had on him.
Okay.
How could anyone do something like that? That son of a bitch.
Alright, so. If you don't get it in the first round, then you'll cycle back to Makoto and he'll give you a hint. He'll be like, because the object that was thrust into Sayaka's stomach was, and obviously we know, it's the only truth bullet we have. It's the kitchen knife set. Who said, if you get up in my business, I will fight Monokuma just to walk away. Listen, I didn't say I was going against you. I said any of these punks, these little idiots over here. Which one was Sayaka? Sayaka was our assistant, like the blue-haired girl that was the pop idol. I'm doing great. I bought bagels and cheese today, so the lack of sleep was easily forgotten. Listen, okay, if that works for you. It was almost certainly the knife that disappeared from a certain location. Okay, great. So we can speed through this now if we hold control, and so now we can slow down and focus on... It's not some random knife, it was a very specific knife that we used.
No. I do think it was a knife, but not just any knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
Well, where else were they getting a knife over here?
A kitchen knife?
After the murder, we discovered that one of the knives from the kitchen was missing.
Okay,
Which
so...
means that knife must be the murder weapon.
Which means we're probably going to need to call an Aoi, because she was like, oh yeah, Sayaka came in and got a knife, and got a bagel, or something. Actually, what's the bagel? She got some... Oh no, Aoi was eating donuts, that's what it was.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach.
Sorta, it was like out to here.
And if you look real close, I could totally see that being a kitchen knife.
They're like, if you look real close, it's jutting out of her. Longest debate ever would be Homestead Poofs and I sat in a room and had a random topic. Probably.
Okay, so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife, but where does that get us? I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
That's right. Makoto's room was the scene of the crime. What more proof do you need?
Toko, this is a video game. It's not that obvious. Also, here's the thing. Everybody's like, oh, it was in Makoto's room, so it must be him. What kind of moron would do that in their own room? You'd all know it was me. Like, that was so stupid.
Hold on a second.
Let's draw our conclusions after we presented our arguments. Otherwise, what's the point of the trial?
Thank you, Kyoko.
Well, we can talk all we want. It's not going to change that conclusion.
Oh, Orange, were you not here for the reason why there's pink blood in this game? I can explain that if you want.
That's true at all. I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal itself.
You really believe that?
She's right. There's got to be a breakthrough somewhere just waiting for us to find it. Because I know darn well I'm not the killer. There's a bit more to learn about nonstop debates. Would you like to hear more? Sure. You can... Oh, I know this. I can slow down time or speed up time. I just explained that to y'all. Okay, have fun. Sorry, Monokuma, I was not listening to that. This music is my favorite thing in the whole world. I love this. This is actually... I use this melody to warm up my singing voice.
Knife was the murder weapon. But where does that get us?
Can you say this?
Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right?
Except we know that Aoi would have seen us.
Secret.
Nobody was in the dining hall, so we know that Aoi was in the dining hall.
No, that's wrong.
By the way, just because I played this does not mean I remember how these class trials go at all. At all.
Hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
Next, you're gonna say you're not the killer, right?
We already did.
Go ahead and say it all you want.
Well, what if I have a witness? What do you think, Hina?
Huh?
Remember what you were telling me earlier?
Yeah, remember the donuts, honey. Oh, tea, never mind. Well, I went to get some tea from the kitchen last night, and all the knives were still there. But when I finished my tea and went back into the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives was gone. So you're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall? Yeah.
Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Oh, yikes.
No, he definitely wasn't there.
Thank you, Hina. I was like, I need you to be very clear right now.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall. But I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
Okay, then what about this? What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together and lying to protect each other?
Okay, valid argument. However, only one of us is the blackened. So, like, how would that work? Now, let me have my fun thinking they aren't human anymore. Yes, explain. Okay. So, the reason that happened, it was originally red blood in the beta, and then publishers, or whatever they were called, they said, if you release this, it will up the rating to M. So you need to change some of the, like, the gorier elements. So they changed it to pink blood, and they were like, people are going to make it so much fun of us. They thought it was going to be awful. And it became, like, the most iconic part of the series. People, like, loved it. It fit with, like, kind of the funky vibe of, like, all the artwork and stuff. So it's a very, like, colorful game. Even if a lot of their clothes are, like, monotoned, the environments themselves are very bright. So it kind of worked. So they did a great job, but it is funny that that's why they have it like that. Two-Faced Girl really has a thing against us after introductions. Who's Two-Face girl? Toko? The girl, the librarian girl?
Idiot swimmer girl.
I know, geez, like, just said it right to her face.
And more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
Very good question, Byakuya. Yes, the girl I call shy. Okay. Toko's really trying to throw shade. Toko's been throwing shade at everybody this whole dang time. Since we met her, she's been throwing shade.
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
Which is the dumbest thing. Like, why would you be someone's accomplice then? Because you're gonna die.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Someone should take Toko out now. Ash, I wouldn't even be mad. Toko would be like, everyone but me is blackened. Let me out, man.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
But what if they did work together and they just didn't know about the rules?
Also, very good point, Chihiro, because none of us knew about that before now. We didn't even know class trials were a thing before this.
Good grief. Enough already. No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case.
His sprite is like going crazy over there.
Did I say that out loud?
Anyway, I didn't go to the dining hall, and I didn't take the knife. So I'm not the killer.
Okay, so then, who did take the knife?
Hina seems the obvious candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall.
Celeste, would she really implicate herself like that? Like, come on. I mean, in an anime world especially, if two people loved each other, one could be the accomplice and want the other one to live. Oh, I mean, very, 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 very true. And the implication is that there will be accomplices, excuse me, at some point in time, just not for this particular case, because we just started the game. What if two people stab a person so many times there's no way to tell who dealt the finishing blow, who gets blackened status? That is a very interesting question. Chihiro's acting like an accomplice. I mean, anything is possible, but we do know there's no one, not for this specific case, there's not one.
Oh, no way! I swear it wasn't me!
Sure, but can you or anyone else prove that? I can.
Oh.
That's right. Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
Why didn't you say that earlier?
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's...
Yeah, sorry about this, guys. This was made in 2010, so...
Right.
But
oh, never mind. They didn't go into it there. Never mind. You'll see what I meant later.
Actually, no. Because,
just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking. I just asked her to stay over. Which means we have airtight alibis.
I mean, again, you're both relying on each other's words, so I guess?
Stayed over? Doesn't that violate one of the school regulations?
Oh, this is actually an interesting way. I never thought about it, where, like, because Sayaka was staying in our room and we were staying in Sayaka's room, for them to be like, hey, this actually makes sense for more than just Makoto and Sayaka that got away with it. Like, no, anybody can do this.
We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms, but it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned room.
There we go.
So, I don't think that's a problem.
It is a problem. A boy and a girl.
Yeah, here we go.
Together? It's unwholesome.
Taka.
But I'm a girl.
You are? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
At least Taka corrects it, but yeah, there's a little bit of that in this game.
But if it wasn't either of you, then what other possibility is there?
What if the bear killed someone and just let us debate who did the killing? Well, then he'd be really bad at his own game and everyone would die immediately, which would ruin the point of making a game.
Actually, there is one other possibility. Right, Hina?
Oh, yeah, that's true. One other person did come to the dining hall while we were there.
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Because she got accused as soon as she said anything.
Well, because they're not here anymore.
Someone who's not here? Are you talking about...
Sayaka. She's the one who came to the dining hall. And then later, she wound up dead.
Sayaka? Okay, so the person who took the knife from the kitchen was Sayaka, we know. She just said it. What was the hard part of it?
Sayaka is the one who took the knife?
That's the only possibility. And thinking back on it, she was acting kind of unusual. When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen.
Weird. Sayaka, you might not want to act suspicious in front of other people.
As she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water. But most likely...
Sayaka committed death on her own. It's a possibility. They haven't ruled out that suicide's a possible thing.
The person who took the knife was the victim herself.
The only thing is that there doesn't really seem to be a logical reason for that, unless you're just like, I just want out. But like, I mean, you're not gonna... In terms of the game, there's no reason to do that. Sacred Rice, rating with a party of 15. Hello, hello. You are just in time for our big event of the night. Welcome, Raiders. My name is HomesteadHero. I go by HomesteadHero or Jake. You can call me any of them. I don't mind. We are playing a game called Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc, which is a murder mystery novel, visual novel. And you can click Command Dangan Recap to catch a recap of what is going on in this game. Or if you've never played Danganronpa before to get a little more info about it, you can do Command Give Me the Gist. I play visual novels on Tuesday nights. We do productivity streams on Wednesdays at noon. Thursdays at 8 p.m. we do Farm and Life Sims. And Saturdays at 8 p.m. we do Fire Emblem for Straturdays, which is strategy RPGs. So, with all of that said, let me welcome everybody. Let me click out of the game real quick because I can't see who is here in the chat. You did bring friends. Thank you. I so appreciate it. I really appreciate you guys coming over. Young Sensei, hello. Yes. Are you a Danganronpa fan? Homestead Crafts. Hello, the Dylan Effect, and anybody else who's joining us. Oh, Silently Owl, thank you so much for following. I have to check out your streams, by the way, because don't you stream Final Fantasy XIV? I've been meaning to get back into that game so much lately. Well, not that I have a whole lot of time for it, but I've got to go check that out. Please help me convince Homestead to attempt Valorant for 3. Oh, no. Oh, boy. We are right in the middle of this trial, everybody. Our assistant / only friend in the game got murdered, and now we have to prove that it wasn't us who killed her because everyone thinks we killed her. Ooh, cookies have been baked. Josh, what kind of cookies did you make tonight?
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
What we just discovered is that the girl that got killed with a kitchen knife, and apparently she took it from the kitchen herself. So we're trying to figure out why that happened.
So you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her, and she was killed with it?
Seems like it.
In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
Thanks, Byakuya.
What? See? He did do it after all.
Ew, Joker, that sprite is so creepy. Like, ugh.
No, you're wrong.
So, that's how you would twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction?
Oh my gosh, please let us get a word in edgewise.
You possess a most terrifying talent.
Our talent is that we're the ultimate lucky student. It's not much. If I don't do something, they're gonna blame me for the murder. Ooh, snickerdoodles, very nice, buddy. Oh, and chocolate chip. Well, you know, I will always eat 8,000 of them, so I'm very happy. Yes. Listen, Proofs wants me to play Valorant for 300. I'm not convinced of it yet, but it's at least something. Also, let me check real quick. Okay, great. But I mean, it's a possibility at least. Does Monokuma have a rule on who gets blackened if someone commits self-dead? Adult Molchon needs to show he hasn't revealed one if he does yet. So far, everyone here needs to be in the Denny's lot today. Oh, absolutely, Hillary. Everyone deserves to get fought in a Denny's parking lot. Don't they understand? If they convict me, everyone's gonna die.
Hold on. It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer, wouldn't you say?
Actually lies. Hina, Kirigiri, and Sakura are all fine in my book today. They've all helped us.
Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering. And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Do you want to chime in here, Kyoko, or do you just want to be cryptic?
Bewildering? What the hell are you talking about?
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about this.
You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Yes, because you pointed it out to us. Poofs can't fight herself in the Denny's parking lot, okay? C16 means your other two. But yes, Stream Val, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Ugh. Sacred, I was thinking of you earlier because we were talking about how good the Dragon Age soundtrack is and how badly, every time it comes to autumn, I want to replay that series because that's when I started playing Dragon Age, was at Thanksgiving in my senior year of high school, I think. So it always makes me want to do it. Oh, your first Hangman's Gambit is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Sure, for you guys, we can. As things advance further in a class trial, the Hangman's Gambit will eventually take place. The point of this is to reveal an important phrase related to the incident in question. You'll have to deduce the phrase from the letters flying around, and the letters are already known. Complete the phrase by shooting down the flying letters in the right order. Use the mouse to... Okay, great. If you shoot down the wrong letters, you'll suffer damage to your influence gauge. If this gauge reaches 0, or if you run out of time, you fail. Well then, good luck and have fun. Yeah, this is a really weird explanation for this game. You'll get the hang of it, but you'll see what's happening. I do want to play Dragon Age. Okay, good, it's not just me. I said I have an excuse to play Inquisition because I never finished my file on my PS4, and Dragon Age 4 is coming out soon enough, so... Oh darn, too bad, so sad. Don't put me on the same list as Two-Faced Girl. No, Toko's not on there yet. Something that should have been at the scene but wasn't. That must be the crucial point. If we can just figure out what that something is. I don't know what the hint is here. Hair? Because she was talking about like that our whole room is clean, like it's completely clean. Oh, maybe it is hair. Oh, yeah, there we go. Hold on. Come on. Well, that was easy.
I understand.
If everybody remembers, the lint roller was out and like completely used up, so they were like, "Why is your room so
There
clean?"
wasn't a single hair on the floor.
So, the culprit removed some evidence?
Yes. And if I were the culprit, why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room?
It's a very good point. Huzzah for a minigame. Oh, the Clash Trials are full of minigames. The first game has very few of them. Wait until you see the other
It
ones.
wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there.
No, he's in the bathroom. Why wouldn't we have moved the body then?
That makes sense, does it not?
No.
No. If that were the case, they would have had to
Thank
do
you.
something about the body itself, not just her hair.
No, duh.
Yes, very true, very true.
He said it very confidently, and he looks very nervous.
Hey, then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
Then that means...
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Thank you, Kyoko. I appreciate you.
Then, Makoto isn't the culprit?
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
Taka, do you suspect me too, buddy?
There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
I would like to hear these reasons.
Sakura, I thought you were on our side, okay?
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene? Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Right.
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
I don't remember where they're going with this.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
Oh, yeah, because if y'all remember, our bathroom lock, for some reason, Monokuma was like, whoops, it's busted! And so he just, like, you have to, like, do this weird mechanism to get in. Sailor Muscle, you're supposed to like us. I know. Sailor Muscle's not giving us a great time. Sailor Muscle is Sakura for anybody. We have nicknames for everybody because they have very complicated names for American audiences. So while I know them, a lot of my followers don't. So we've created nicknames for all of them. And Sakura Ogami is Sailor Muscle. What was Kyoko again?
What do you mean?
Adult Mochon's contributing nothing. That's Hifumi. A dead weight in a group project. Absolutely.
Fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom. There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
The killer struggled getting into the bathroom, and the evidence that proves it is the object the killer broke. Where is the broken doorknob? There we go.
I got it.
Wait, I see the list. Let me pull it up. Great.
Had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob, right?
Huh? The doorknob? What doorknob?
You wouldn't know because you didn't bother doing anything.
The doorknob for my bathroom. It was completely broken. See how the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Oh yeah, true. But what does it mean?
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob. This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
Kyoko is Detective Girl. Is she? What did we... Hold on, where is she on this list? Android. No, that was it, because you thought she acted like a robot at first. I remember that. Why can't she present evidence? Why always put the attention on you? There's not really, like, a reason exactly that they've given at least yet. My assumption at this point is that Kyoko recognizes that because she doesn't remember her talent and people aren't buying the whole amnesiac shtick, that trying to be the one that's solving all of these would only make herself look more suspicious. So I think she's trying to help the person that's like, hey, I realize someone's trying to pin this on you. Let me try and... Everyone already suspects me, and now they're suspecting you. Let me help you out. That's my guess.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room? But if
why would he need to?
You have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
What? I didn't go to the bathroom for like 4 days here beforehand?
You still don't see? Okay then, let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
Oh, you're totally fine, Kim. Yeah, Kyoko doesn't remember what her talent is. So she's like the ultimate question mark, and it seems like she doesn't have any memory of what happened to her. Kyoko said it was a bewildering act. I almost didn't notice it at first, but is that the key point here? There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. We're fine. Sure. From here on out, the number of weak spots will start going up. But no matter how many weak spots, there's essentially only one lie or contradiction in that debate. What I'm trying to say is not all weak spots you see are necessarily false. Use a truth bullet on the wrong one, and not only will you fail to refute what they said, but you'll also lower your trust with everyone, and your influence gauge will take damage. Now, this is important because if Because if your influence gauge reaches 0, you fail. You'll have to rely on your own logic to determine which weak spots are actually lies or contradictions. Well then, good luck and have fun! Alright, do we have multiple truth bullets yet, or still just one? Okay, just the bathroom door frame.
The incident took place in Makoto's room.
Right, that's fine.
Sayaka was first attacked in the main room.
Nothing about the door frame proves that's weird.
Then the killer ran after her.
I don't actually remember what the door frame talks about at all, to be honest.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door. Because Sayaka had locked it.
No, it's not because she locked it, right?
The culprit had Sayaka cornered.
To finish the job, they stabbed her with the kitchen knife.
Okay, we're not on that yet, buddy.
Wasn't it, Makoto? Admit it.
Why? Would you leave me alone?
Know the answer.
Okay, hold on. I want to see... Oh, I can pull it up. Okay. What is the doorframe actually talking about? Makoto's bathroom door was difficult to open due to it not quite fitting in the doorframe properly. Why is it not letting me go? Oh, there we go. Okay, so Makoto and Sayaka were the only ones that did that. So it's that she tried to lock it, which is... It's not because the door was locked. Okay, yeah, got it. So we're gonna skip through all this. It's not Leon's first thing, it's the second thing. Sayaka had not locked it, because it's just broken. She didn't need to lock it. My influence gauge fluctuates. If I play my cards right, I'm very influential, but if I send a Hail Mary, I'm not doing well. We all need to rely on that every once in a while.
Wasn't because it was locked. After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with walking bathrooms, right?
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, the boys' bathrooms don't even lock.
Yes, now that you mention it, that is true.
Then why didn't your bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck. Huh? What are you talking about? My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right.
Like, way to go, architects. Thanks for that.
Akuma over there can testify to that.
Because he told us.
Yep, true as true can be.
Oh, he really did own up to it. I thought he was totally gonna, like, play dumb.
But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door...
Yeah, thanks a lot.
That's not lucky at all.
Whatever, Monokuma.
So the reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck. But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place?
Well, because it was stuck.
Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
I mean, they could have thought it was, like, barricaded or
The
something.
killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
Oh, that's right. Our nameplates were switched, so they thought it was Sayaka's room. The killer was convinced the bathroom door was locked? Okay, before I do that. Why is Toko still pushing us? There's evidence swinging towards our innocence, and she's still going, yeah, you cleaned up your hair, screwed up your door, and stole the knife. Because it's Toko? Because she's been, like, violently blaming everyone since the game, before the game began? And she just kind of seems like that kind of person. So they didn't know that the door actually couldn't be locked. In other words, the important detail about the scene of the crime was they didn't know the crime took place in my room.
I got it! The killer must not have realized that it was my room.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was? That's inconceivable.
Wow, you're right, Orange. He literally has contributed absolutely nothing.
And yet, he's absolutely right.
Say what?
You didn't even realize how badly you weren't contributing.
Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms, which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then
there would have been a lock on the door.
Right.
And they would have had to break through.
So they wouldn't have even thought twice about it. Can we add a 17 seat so I can be an accomplice to proofs and killing True-Face Girl? Well, you can't tell us, Orange, or else you're not going to pass the class trial.
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door open.
Well, if they busted down the doorknob, then they did.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
definitely something I wouldn't do.
Exactly.
Since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening, right?
You are correct. There we go. Even if Toko votes for us, nobody else is gonna believe her at this point.
That is a definite possibility.
Kyaku's like, man, I really wanted to make an easy out on this one. Like, come on, buddy.
So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms?
Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
Yeah, Toko, what you gotta say about that now? Little punk. That's what I've been trying to tell you.
Okay, then who did do it?
Oh my gosh, his face.
I'm sorry, but I give up. Quit without saving.
Hifumi, why are you here? You are not helping. Stop talking.
But what happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
We all die?
Well, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules.
Taka, no, that's an awful idea. We have no idea. We only know who didn't do it.
Majority rules? You really think that's a good idea?
Leon looks horrified.
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something. For serious.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question.
God bless you, Hina. You're helping us out here. Monokuma selected Adult Motron just because of his lack of... He just needed the comic relief, except it was the comic relief that everybody hates.
Oh, you...
Oh, geez, wow.
You gotta sound so disappointed.
It's fine, it's fine. Just ask your question.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so, well, I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
Thank you. We really should have been the one to explain this.
Yes. How did the killer get inside?
Sakura still def suspects us.
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right?
Not plausible, no.
I don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
Thank you, Taka.
Then, maybe someone picked the lock?
Monokuma said we can't, right?
Negative. If you remember,
Yep.
Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
Fine. How about this? The killer got in the easy way.
What is the easy way, sir? Bold prediction, Goody Two Shoes did the kill. That is a bold prediction, but listen, anything goes right now. So I will, is that your official prediction? Because I will jot that down.
They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Miss Maizono just let him in.
What is everyone thinking at this point? Because now we know obviously it wasn't us. Not that we assumed we were going to do that right off the bat. But who do you guys think is the killer thus far?
No, that can't be it either.
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like someone doesn't know his place.
Hifumi, you have not brought up any valid points yet. Get out of here with your supervillain sprite work here.
Hello? Why exactly can't that be it?
Because she asked me to do something in particular because of how frightened she was. That's the answer right there. There's no way Sayaka let someone in because she asked us to switch rooms.
I got it! Because Sayaka was already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place.
Did we bring that up? Oh, I think before the trial we did. The same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone. Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching?
Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
What if her being scared was a lie?
And there's an interesting case.
Huh? Well, what the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
He'd also, eyebrows would follow the rules, no girls' bathrooms are locked, so he'd attempt to pick it. And he'd also make sure no evidence would be left behind tracing back to him, because he doesn't want to be busted for doing wrong, could definitely be. I'm suspicious of Celeste, the French maid girl. I don't care why, I just am. I mean, Celeste has been sus, like, since we met her, so that's totally valid.
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
There's something I want to talk to you about. Just us two. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil.
So smart.
And these are the words that appear.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows.
Thanks, Hina.
When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words.
Hina's like, whoa, we're in a true crime show. And I'm like, it's a little too real, hon.
When I saw that, I was like, holy crap. I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes. Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room. Huh? Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Right. So either it's Makoto or Sayaka, but Makoto wouldn't have told someone else to come to the room he wasn't in. I'm locking in my prediction on Hall Monitor Boy. Okay, so Orange is believing it's Kiyotaka. Poofs is saying Celeste. Anybody else is free to leave their votes as well.
Either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
So, Makoto, did you write this?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
But of course you didn't, because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
It literally looks like a kindergartner wrote this. Like, she's an international pop sensation. She absolutely has a signature. And yet they just wrote, like, Sayaka. It looks awful. Then, that note, Sayaka wrote it?
But why? Why would she write that?
Legible had to have that keyword in, right? It's either Leon or someone framing Leon because the name, though.
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone. She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation, what young man could resist?
I thought you didn't care about 3D girls.
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
Yeah, okay, you're really convincing us here, bud.
Can we be sure anyone even got this note? And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
Huh? What makes you say that?
Yeah, why?
Would you like to hear what I have to say?
We literally just asked you, yes.
Very well then. Pay attention.
Oh, okay, great. Alright, let's see what happens here. I have no idea where she's going with this. Dorm nameplates. Okay, great.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct?
Correct.
But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
No, because we switched the nameplates.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in.
Okay, I think it's that one, but let me see all the rest.
Even if someone did read the
There
note,
goes
they would
said.
not have any connection to what happened.
No, guys, she even said in the note that she switched, or that she changed the nameplates. Okay, hold on. I think it's the last thing. Yes, we switched rooms.
It specifically says,
I mean, it could be that, but I'm pretty sure it's this one. The room that Makoto was staying in. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Sweet.
The nameplates on Mai and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
They got switched?
Oh, wow. We don't often see Celeste caught off guard, so it's kind of exciting that we did that.
The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name.
Like, unless Sayaka was trying to get someone to come and kill us, which, I mean, would have apparently gone horribly wrong. Something really bad happened. Or she was just really bad at not getting murdered.
And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Correct.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was... well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Right, which, why would we ever do that?
Right? Okay, then who did it?
Who do you think? There's only one person who could have switched nameplates. The only other person who knew we switched rooms. The killer, me, or Sayaka.
Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms. So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
Leon looks constipated, but without them. Leon has looked terrified this entire time.
You can also infer as much from her note.
There's something I want to talk to you about. Just us two. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
She specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate.
I feel Sayaka may have been trying to frame Makoto for the murder she tried to commit. It's a very possible. It certainly seems like that's where Kyoko is at least leading us to believe, whereas everyone else is either lagging behind or like, that's not happening. But if she did that, something went wrong because she's dead.
She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
But why would she switch them in the first place?
Or alternatively, Kim, it could have been that like, not Kyoko, sorry. Sayaka, there's so many people, so many women talking. Sayaka was like, or I'm gonna sacrifice myself and then maybe take down Makoto for some reason, which listen, nobody understands motives in this game, so.
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
What?
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room.
Clearly they all started throwing hands because there's sword marks all over the place.
What happened then was probably whoever she invited over came in and attacked her.
But why would they attack her if they thought they were gonna get, like, I don't know, get lucky or whatever the heck they thought was gonna happen?
We figured it out! We know who did it! Whoever she invited over is the culprit!
Thanks, Taka.
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot!
Mondo's like, please stop talking.
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Yes, I think you're right.
Right, but we have to figure out who that was and what happened there.
We just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Why else would it be? Do I look like a replica sword collector to you?
Oh, yeah.
The Sayaka?
What's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself.
Apparently you need to defend yourself against something.
It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
Cornhead looks like he would leave the room if the bear would let. Mondo's just like, I want everybody to shut up. Like, I'm so tired of this.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
The reason I know Sayaka's wrist was broken with the fake sword, I don't know this, actually. When you look at her wrist, there's no doubt. Do I just click wrist? Oh, it's glittery, right.
I got it! All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear.
Their chain of logic reminds me of the game where you try to get the marble in the hole by dropping it and letting it swirl around, and we're still swirling. It's making my brain hurt. Poos, here's the thing. This game has 2 lanes. Either they're gonna hold your hand through every tiny little detail, or they are going to make massive leaps in logic that you've just gotta go with. And there are times when literally you're like, I have no idea, but I think this is the only thing that makes sense. And then they'll explain it and you'll be like, I guess? Like, so this is the first trial, so they're like, all right, cool, we'll ease them in. Literally by, like, next trial, you're gonna be like, what the crap are we supposed to be doing here?
Right there where her wrist is all swollen. There's something glittery there. See?
Right.
Is that gold?
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword.
It would also go faster if anyone had actually bothered to investigate, but literally only 2 of us
You
did.
barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you. And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword, right there on her wrist!
You're real quick on the uptake, Taka, thanks.
I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
Are you any closer to it?
Alright, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
What happened in my room, and what led to Sayaka's death? That's what we need to make clear. There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. We've had this like 4 times. What? Starting with the next debate, I'll start loading multiple truth bullets into your truth cylinder. There we go. But just like that with the weak spots, only one of those bullets can actually refute the proper statement. In other words, from here on out, You'll have to combine the right truth bullets with the right weak spots to refute each statement. If you come up with the wrong combination, you'll take damage to your influence gauge. You can press Q key. Okay, great. Well then, good luck and have fun! Sorry, the rest was just like, press this key, press that key. I don't feel like reading through that. I know how to play this game. Okay, replica sword sheath, the replica sword, or kitchen knife set. It's definitely not that one.
When the fighting broke out,
I don't know which one it is though.
Grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt.
Okay.
Sword-based sneak attack.
No, it's the sheath first, right?
So she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden at her leg.
But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
And that's exactly what happened.
No, something's not right there. Sword really did attack first. There's no explanation for how a certain part of the sword got damaged. Yeah, the sheath.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. Sword-based sneak
I don't think so, right? It's the sheath, isn't it?
It's wrong.
I don't know why she attacked with the sheath. Or did it just have something wrong with
Actually,
it?
no. I don't think the fight started with the sword.
Well, also, Sayaka grabbed the knife. It's like, from the kitchen, why would she bother if she knew the sword was in there when Makoto gave it to her earlier? If Sayaka attacked first, then who's got the glitter on themselves? Yeah. I think, cause right, hold on. If I'm trying to parse this together too, so like, if she had the knife, which she got from the kitchen, she would have gone to like lunge at them, right? And then they probably just got the sword sheath because it was sitting around there, and then used it to fend her off, right? And if that hits her, then it'll snap her wrist, and that's where the glitter got on it, right? That's what makes sense to me.
Because the sword sheath had been scratched. See?
Right.
There's a gash in it. Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
Which wouldn't have been the sword, it would have been a knife.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Stop jumping ahead. Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
And this is why we have to take baby steps in this trial, because of Mondo.
The sword was used first. There wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath. If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
You would really hope. You would really assume, but these are also morons, so. In order for her to get a broken wrist for the final blow, Sayaka attack. Right.
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
If it was trying to defend the killer, right?
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse. In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
Right. We can't say morons without talking about World's End Club. I mean, yes, but this is World's End Club. I was going to say 2.0, but I mean, it's technically better, but it came beforehand, so same thing. It's the same creators.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife.
Right.
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
And we already know who that is, Hifumi, so can you put 2 and 2 together, please?
I get it. So here's how it all played out.
Do you?
The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere. Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening.
Taka, please use your head.
So she grabbed the sword to defend herself. But then the culprit took that from her too. Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
Why would they kill her with the sword if they are, or the knife if they already have the sword?
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
What? Why would you?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
Her wrist? The part of her body that shows she never used the sword. If you wanted to use a sword, which part of your body would have to touch it? Her broken wrist, her palms.
I got it! You're talking about her palms, right?
Right, because they didn't have any glitter on them, unlike her wrist. On second thought, maybe Hallmonitor didn't do the kill and I'm wrong again. I mean, he's either playing dumb or he's really not getting this. Which, both of those are very viable possibilities.
The palms of her hands were perfectly clean.
Right.
So I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
Oh yeah, sword fighting with the stomach. Yeah, you know, just like, she just taped it to her stomach and goes like, ha! 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 Like, what a stupid answer.
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
Like I said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it.
Right.
In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle.
Yeah, it's really not a good sword.
It's safe to assume That's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands. There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
Okay, Puska got a theory here. We said, Sayaka lunged with the knife while she was regaining her balance. The other person grabbed the sword and hit her wrist to get the knife away from her, went after her with the sword to get her to run towards the bathroom, grabbed the knife and finished her off, right? That seems to be where they're going with it. I don't know, and this is genuinely, Jake does not remember this, like, from the whole, she had the knife, and then why the killer chose to grab the knife and kill her with that instead of the sword, I don't remember. Okay, I'm now dying of laughter after seeing you act that out. As you like, what? I don't understand.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
Water's off.
Sorry, but I don't think so.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
Toko, what?
No, that's not it at all.
There's no way Sayaka washed the gold coating off her hands because there's a certain regulation that talks about what happens in the bathroom at water. Bathrooms at nighttime, where the water was off.
According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m. In other words, at nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, I haven't taken a shower.
Ew, Toko! Gross! It's been like 4 days! Like, nasty! You dare say I'm lying, so I'm accusing you of calling me ugly. Toko needs to take 85 chill pills. Is the sword dull? Like, isn't it just an ornamental sword? It wouldn't penetrate skin, right? Oh, that could be it. True, Poofs. They did say it's like a ceremonial looking thing, so maybe it's not a real one. Some ceremonial swords can absolutely cut you, but I mean, I don't remember if they were that specific with it.
Oh, my.
Ew.
You're no different. You smell like a big, fat, ugly donkey.
Jeez!
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
Why would that ever be a compliment, you weirdo?
Insult, obviously.
Thank you, Leon.
So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means...
Hey, Monokuma, is it against the rules to force someone to shower? I really hope not.
The killer is the only one who used the sword. But hold on. If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was...
The one who damaged the sheath would have had to have been the one without the sword, so it was the killer. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I thought that was the opposite. Sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Whoops. I thought they were asking who had the sheath, not the killer, not the kitchen knife. It's Sayaka, obviously.
Sayaka?
Sorry.
She had the kitchen knife?
But then again, there were slash marks from the wall, so maybe it is sharp? I don't honestly know. Oh, yeah, no, there's lots of fat shaming in this game. I'm so sorry to everyone in advance. That's right. Some of it's not, like, there's some stuff that over 10 years has maybe not been great. It was never great at the time, but it was stuff that didn't really get touched on at the time, and now it's not in the best taste.
But we already said that the attack started with...
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
Then the one who attacked first was...
Sayaka?
Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
No,
Jeez.
far from it. It's almost as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own.
I was losing my mind when I first saw this. I was like, wow, I did not consider this as a possibility. What?
She took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in. And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation...
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct?
Right, which means she's either a really good manipulator or she just freaked out.
Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
Unfortunately, you're correct, Celeste.
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
Kyoko's just like, I've been waiting for you to get here, hon.
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates. She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room, where she was staying. And by committing the murder there, instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto.
If this is true, though, like, let's really think about this for a second. What did she plan to do when, like, if she had killed whoever the killer ended up being, and then left them in Makoto's room, and then walked out in the morning, and then Makoto came in and saw them, would she just say that everything he was claiming was a lie? I guess? I mean, that's gonna be really messy because you still have like Hina and Sakura seeing her being the one that grabbed the kitchen knife, and like it's a mess. Like I don't know what they were thinking here.
But for that to work, the target had to be lured out while still keeping the room swap a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
So all that's why she switched the names?
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky?
It's murder, Hifumi. It's all risky. She would gaslight him to the point that he even believed that he did it. And that's true. It's also that she knew that he at least had burgeoning feelings for him, so she could have utilized that to her advantage and be like, just let me take a fall. You said you would do anything for me. She may not have known she would have to prove her innocence. That is true. Also, I guess we didn't know about the class trials. So I guess she didn't know if he would die. It's an actual corrupted technique that some cops use. That's also possible. Or she'd say Makoto threatened her to make her get the knife. See, this is the stuff. I always love what if scenarios, like, and people have totally done this with this game of like, what if Sayaka's plan worked and this trial plan played out like that? Whew, that would have been intense.
For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
Oh wow, you're actually being helpful, Hifumi. I'm so proud of
I
you.
don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior. I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
Right.
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation.
What does that have to do with this, Toko?
A totally forgettable kid. Or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
Okay, you know what? No, that's valid. I got that.
Wait, then you're saying she had this all planned out?
I mean, we gave her like 4 days to figure this out, so she had time. It's not particularly complicated. Mondo.
But in the end, her plan backfired. She launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn.
Seems like that.
Must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she'd planned to murder.
Which also is like, you have another wrist. Why didn't you just grab, like, if you dropped it, just grab down with the other hand and just pick it up and then keep stabbing?
Just hold on. That can't be true.
Oh, come on, Makoto, honey.
Because...
Sweetie.
Because...
Hey! You guys have totally derailed the argument.
Monokuma was like, I didn't want you to die, so can you all speed it up here, please?
You're being super boring right now.
He is!
Come on, hurry up and decide who did it. Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
Since when is there a time limit?
Oh yeah, we gotta decide who we think did it.
Yeah. Oh my god, Hero.
Makoto, right now you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery. If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
Right, she's dead, so whatever her intentions were don't matter. We need to figure out what happened. She couldn't just pick up the knife with the other hand because it'd be immediately hit before. Oh, okay. I mean, potentially, yeah, you're probably right. Is it really all over? Obviously, I'm committed to finding out who killed her, but what can I do? I mean, as far as clues go, there's nothing left. Oh, wow, that's what they're launching us into for a non-stop debate? We still have, like... Oh, yep, her dying message.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
Well, no. Yeah.
No, it's wrong.
It's either Puritan Girl or Wattpad. Wait, Poops, why are you saying that?
One clue left. Sayaka's dying message.
Dining? Wait, what did you say?
No, not dining. Dying.
The dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her, remember? 11037. Written in her own blood. There must be a clue about the killer hidden in there.
Oh, do you think it's Puritan Girl who is the programmer, Chihiro, because this is a number thing?
Well, before we get too far into that, I need to ask...
Because Sayaka would want to speak to someone weaker than her, so that she would win, or someone stupid enough to not suspect her. That is potentially the true. I'm interested at Puritan or Wattpad. And all of you are like, oh, never mind. That was really funny.
Can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
Well, this is a good question. There's no question that Sayaka wrote that message, and I can prove it. Oh, crap. I think it's her finger.
I got it!
Okay, good.
Her left index finger had blood on it. That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
Right.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
And the gang finally catches on. I was so waiting for that.
Sure.
Oh.
I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it. But still.
But it is a good point that Josh brought up earlier, is that just because that's what Sayaka wrote does not mean that's necessarily true. It could have been either she's framing someone, the killer dabbed her finger in her blood to make it write that so that we suspect it. There are other possibilities though.
What the heck do those numbers mean? 11037?
Hey, Chihiro. You're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and shit.
Gee, thanks, Mondo.
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
Of course. It's because they're not numbers.
There we go.
Oh, yeah, it looks like...
Huh? What?
No, it's just... look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers. Don't these first two, 1-1, look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
Wow, don't they? Look at that.
Ah, you're right. The connecting line is barely there, so I assumed it was 1-1. But looking at it now, you could also read it as an N.
There we go.
You might have finally just said something worth a shit.
Wow, thanks, Mondo. Jeez.
Our little gray cells are really getting excited now.
Great, so can you all put this together, please, a little faster?
It really is an N037. Doesn't make any more sense than before.
Come on, girl. You can do it. I believe in you. It's no use. I just don't know.
Rotate the image 180 degrees.
Huh? Rotate it? I think maybe I see something.
Oh my god. Now I see. She wrote down the killer's name.
Thank you.
Huh? You just shot past the blue part and right onto who did it.
You don't need anything else, hon.
Whose name did she write?
Sayaka's dying message reveals the real killer's name. If you turn her message 180 degrees, it should become crystal clear. Here we go. Now we have to select the killer. Leon Kuwata.
Here's my answer.
The ultimate baseball star.
The key to solving this mystery was simply to rotate the writing 180 degrees. If you turn the message around, it becomes the letters
Leon, there we go.
L-E-O-N.
So this is a, yes, Constipation Man. So there is a mystery in a game run by this creator's best friend, and that is also another kind of murder mystery, more mystery than murder, like sci-fi mystery visual novel. And they do this trick way better than this game. It's actually really hard in the other one to understand what's going on. But I remembered that because I played that series first, and so when I saw this, I was like, oh, you've got to be kidding me! What I didn't see is Sayaka's motivations at all. I didn't understand that.
L-E-O-N, or more accurately, Leon.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. There's a face.
What the hell are you talking about? It's just a coincidence.
That's your backup?
It's just a bunch of random squiggles that happen to look like my name.
No, it's not random at all.
Random squiggles, she was dying.
She wrote that message on the wall behind her as she was leaning up against it. In that position, she couldn't move to write normally, and had to write upside down, as it were.
And was clearly hiding it from you.
And as a result, when you look at it standing in front of her, it ends up getting flipped. Try it for yourself if you want. Write something sitting like her, and the letters will be inverted.
Right.
That sounds like one hell of a stretch to me.
I definitely wasn't paying attention when they showed the dying message. It's totally fine. I figured you weren't. From Homestead's Twitter poll, 2 people voted both for it. No, he's striking out. Yeah, no, he was not. People did not think he was going to survive.
Killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
If you're not the killer, then why did you try to destroy the evidence?
Oh, jeez.
Huh?
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The evidence Leon tried to get rid of?
How did you know about that? The evidence that Leon tried to get rid of? It's that thing I found on the ground in front of the incinerator, right? Yep, because we haven't brought this up yet. It is, where is it? The burnt shirt piece. Oh, there we go.
You mean the burnt shirt piece I found laying on the ground by the incinerator, right?
Orange, did we do one of those for Sayaka? I can't remember. I don't think we did.
As the killer stabbed Sayaka, they must have gotten some of her blood on them. And to dispose of the shirt covered in the victim's blood, they threw it into the incinerator.
But one piece burned off and got left behind.
And the killer didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked. Isn't that right, Leon?
But is one scrap of fabric enough to conclude that Leon is guilty?
Sakura, who else is it? You have been suspecting me for no reason and not given any other convictions here.
Yeah, I mean, Leon's not the only one wearing a white button-up.
Okay, valid.
That's right. There are plenty of other people here with shirts like mine.
Also, Leon's not actually wearing a button-up, which is always the weird thing about this. He's wearing a very deep tee and a jacket.
With just that one little chart piece,
Oh.
there's no way you can say for sure who it belongs to.
Never mind. He has like a folded over thing on his jacket. No. I had one for Junko. I didn't have one for Sayaka.
You're right. That alone isn't enough. But there are some other points that may reveal the truth.
Are you finally starting to understand? The answers to all the riddles are right here.
You could have spelled them out earlier, Kyoko.
Yeah, I think so.
The burnt remains of the button-up shirt which the killer wasn't able to get rid of. There's something about it we need to pay attention to. When, where... I mean, we need to do all of these things. I'm assuming where? Oh. How? I don't know what they're specifically asking for here. Okay. I mean, all of those are important.
With how the shirt was disposed of, we should be able to figure out who the killer is.
Oh, I didn't put a poll for Junko? That's so weird. I must have only done that on Instagram. That was probably my bad.
Good point. I think I know what you're gonna say. You can't reach the incinerator without opening the gate in front of the trash room, right? And obviously, you wouldn't be able to hit the switch to turn it on either.
Funny, we didn't talk about that, Leon. How'd you know that was a thing?
You'd need the key to get in. And the one with the key was the person on cleaning duty. So the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking care of the trash, right?
Interesting.
No, that's wrong. There was another way to use the incinerator without being the one on cleaning duty. And that's exactly what proves that Leon is the real killer. Ooh, the music changed. It got darker. Sweet. The Shatter Crystal Ball. They didn't even bother giving us two of them.
The key to the trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
Well, I mean, yes.
So the only one who could get to the incinerator was the person in charge of the trash?
No.
You'd have to get close to the incinerator.
Nope, you don't. Not if you throw the crystal ball.
Hold on. I think I know how someone could dispose of the evidence without using the trash room key.
But
Right.
if you can't get past the gate, you couldn't possibly turn on the incinerator, could you?
You would think,
Yes,
and yet.
you could. If you used this.
What is it, some kind of glass ball? It's busted to hell.
Actually, it was supposed to be a crystal ball, but,
Yeah, and it was worth like your entire life savings, you moron.
But how would you use it?
The killer had to use the glass ball in a certain way, which was roll it, divine with it. No, you throw it, moron. He's a baseball star.
The killer simply took aim at the incinerator switch and threw the ball through a gap in the gate. All they had to do was hit that switch, and the incinerator would come to life.
Someone threw a gap in the gate?
Right.
Remember what you said before, Hifumi?
Huh? Someone turned the incinerator on. Oh, I'm doing my Monokuma voice. What is his again? That's very strange. I'm quite certain it was off last time it was down here. Perhaps it was the work of a fairy. What a moron.
Hifumi had the key. So the only way the incinerator could have been turned on without his knowledge was because the killer was able to hit the switch without opening the gate.
Right, I guess he also threw the shirt in the incinerator, but missed a little bit of it? I don't really know how that happened.
Once they got the incinerator going, all
Yeah,
they had
okay.
to do was ball up the shirt and toss it in.
I feel like that's way harder to throw accurately than a freaking crystal ball.
Hey, come on! What the hell is this?
All you have to do is look at the scene to know that the killer never actually went inside the trash room.
Because it was still locked.
Shards of broken glass, the incinerator left running, the piece of shirt that escaped the fire. If the killer had been on cleaning duty, the evidence would have been taken care of much more thoroughly.
Right.
Wait, no, just hold on.
Why would Hifumi have left all that out?
But the distance from the gate to the incinerator has to be at least 30 feet, right?
Chihira's just like, I just brought out my measuring tape. Like, who would just be able to eyeball that?
The pinpoint accuracy you'd need to throw a glass ball that far and hit something that small.
Would be if you're a pitcher, wouldn't it?
Did someone really do that?
That's right. There's no way. It'd be impossible.
Difficult, absolutely. Impossible? I don't think so. because the killer is...
It wouldn't be much of a challenge at all for the killer because they're the ultimate clairvoyant, they're the ultimate fanfic creator, or the ultimate baseball star. Obviously, they're the baseball star. Who throws a shirt 30 feet? Right?
Isn't that right, Leon?
They made this so much farther than it needed to be. I throw close forward does not make that distance ever. It's like they needed to put it inside of something. It was nuts. They made me believe that he could throw 30 feet.
Do you have any idea how stupid you sound right now?
Yeah, no, honestly, I'm kind of with Leon on this one.
Target 30 feet away would surely be little challenge for the ultimate baseball star.
For the crystal ball, not his clothes.
You can't be serious. I'm not the killer! These goddamn shipper brains have got it all wrong, I'm telling you!
You still won't admit it? Okay then, Makoto. Go ahead and review the incident one more time to make his crime perfectly clear. And with that, we can end this.
Listen to me! What the hell do you mean, end it?
Say
Oh,
what
boy.
you want, Leon. But all the questions have been answered, and the truth has been revealed. Now here's what happened.
The closing argument is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Absolutely. Every case has one last element to bring the class trial to an end. This is the closing argument. In this phase, you'll give a complete summary of the case. You'll have to reproduce the flow of events for the case in the form of a comic book. However, you'll notice that in the comic there are a number of pieces missing. It's up to you to complete the comic using the provided truth panels. Also, if you take aim at a missing section and press the left mouse button, holy cow, you'll get a hint that might lead to a breakthrough. Well then, good luck and have fun. Why isn't Two-Faced Girl accusing Leon? Because she realized she's been wrong this whole time and decided to stop being dumb. Okay, hold on. I want to see... Oh, jeez. Okay. Yeah, these can be a little difficult, not gonna lie. Alright, I think we also get more. Oh, yeah, there's a lot more of these. Oh my gosh, okay. So, start from the top. Where is... Oh gosh, come on. Go. I should have gone all the way to the end before I started the beginning. My room was the scene of the crime. The incident began when the killer entered, thinking it was Sayaka's room. And then... Oh yeah, and they don't even tell you if you're wrong until you start going through it. First, when Sayaka attacked the killer with a knife, they noticed something in my room. I'm assuming they're backed up against the thing first. And then they deflected it, right? And then hit her back. What is this? After the killer countered Sayaka's attack with an attack of their own, what did they do next? Went to attack her in the corner? Oh, wait. Is this... She dropped the knife? This looks like the same thing. That's... hold on. I'm gonna go back to that one. They forced the bathroom door open. The only logical way they could have done that was with the tool set. And then they, I guess, stabbed... Oh, they walked in and stabbed her. After she was stabbed, Sayaka used the last of her strength to leave something behind, which was the dying message. The killer used an item in my room to help dispose of evidence. That's the lint roller. And they cleaned like they're friggin' Cinderella. The object the killer threw to actor the incinerator must have been the crystal ball. What are you? What the killer threw in the incinerator was their clothes. The piece of evidence left behind in the trash room was the scrap. So then, that doesn't seem to be needed. I think that's maybe just an extra? Maybe? Okay, come on. Okay, yes, Sayaka's dead. Yeah, we know, it's very sad. It's so tragic. Oh, much sad. Too bad. Okay. I think this is correct. I think that's just him, like, looming over her.
Here's exactly what happened.
Alright, let's see if we got it.
I think I'd better take one more look back at the case from the beginning.
Okay, good. We got that one right.
Last night, the killer went to the room Sayaka was in. In other words, my room. From what we can tell, Sayaka invited that person there intending to kill them.
It's so cool how this plays out like a comic book.
She'd taken from the kitchen earlier.
Like, isn't that freaking cool? Like, what a great idea for, like, to show, because if not, you would be like, I think I understand how it worked, but you wouldn't really remember everything from start to finish. To lay it out like it's a freaking, like, graphic novel or a comic book, so freaking cool. That you have to fill in. Okay, cool.
But then something happened that she wasn't prepared for.
Gee, she looks like Psycho.
They grabbed the fake sword I put in my room and fought back. During the struggle, a strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist.
Oh no, we were right. Okay, good.
And that's when she lost her grip on the kitchen knife.
So yeah, she just charged into the room. She didn't even bother trying to defend herself again.
Sayaka panicked and ran into the bathroom.
What was her strategy here? Beat them to death with the friggin' shower hose? No, she just panicked.
The killer went after her, but couldn't get the bathroom door open. What they didn't know was that my bathroom door got stuck easily, and there was a trick to opening it.
Right, which she remembered.
Sayaka knew about that because I told her, but of course the killer had no way of knowing.
Gosh, she looks terrified in that picture.
So instead, the killer forced the door open, took the kitchen knife.
She's horrifying.
And stabbed Sayaka.
Jeez. She didn't even try and fight back. She just let herself die.
But with what strength she had remaining, Sayaka left a dying message. To keep the killer from noticing, she wrote it on the wall behind her.
Oh my gosh.
And with that, all her strength was gone. With Sayaka dead, the killer quickly began destroying the evidence.
This must be so hard because, like, for the killer, they didn't plan to kill anyone. So, like, for them to be like, okay, guess I now have to cover up a murder I wasn't really intending on doing. Like, oh my gosh.
First, they took off their shirt, which was covered in their victim's blood. Then they took the lint roller in my room and cleaned up the entire area.
Can you imagine just doing this for like hours by yourself too, by the way? Like, my heart would be pounding. I'd be like trying not to throw up and you're just like, there's a dead body in the room next to you. You'd be like, let me just clean this carpet real quick. I'd be like, I think I have other priorities.
They wanted to make sure they got rid of any trace they'd ever been there.
This must have been so nerve-wracking.
Afterwards, the killer headed to the trash room to destroy their bloody shirt.
Why didn't they just keep it in their room? Like, just get rid, like, hide it in, like, you know, a closet or something.
They tried to burn the shirt using the incinerator there, but the trash room was blocked off by an especially sturdy gate, preventing access to the incinerator.
Dude, this is some nice carpet. Yep, just the carpet, everything's fine. Right, Orange? And yes, Poofs, you were really close.
So they came up with a plan to use Hero's crystal ball, which he left in the laundry room. The killer managed to throw the ball through the gap in the gate and hit the incinerator switch.
I love that the sound effect they used for that sounded more like a sword unsheathing than the actual sword that unsheathed earlier.
For any normal person, that'd be an impossible throw. But the killer had the confidence to take a shot, and that's because the killer was the ultimate baseball star.
My gosh.
Crystal ball, thrown with absolute precision, hit the switch on the incinerator.
Oh, super points to Leon. Like, good for him. Like, honestly, it's really impressive that he pulled this off as well as he did.
Quickly roared to life.
You shouldn't have been as relieved. You left very clear evidence behind, bud.
They left the area with, I imagine, a sigh of relief. But there was one thing they missed.
Okay, perfect. We got everything right. Which, I mean, isn't
Part of the
hard.
shirt
It's first trial, but
thrown
still.
into the fire, burnt away, and fell out of the incinerator.
Oh, it didn't do that until after they left. That's why.
The killer didn't notice this, and so left behind a piece of indisputable evidence. Isn't that right, Leon?
I so wish you could go back and see all of those clips with Leon replacing the killer in them then. Oh, it would have been so good. I wonder if anybody's ever done that. I'm sure people have, like, done art of it.
It would appear that Hero simply forgot his crystal ball in the laundry room. You went there to try and wash the blood out of your shirt. And that's where you saw it, right? Seeing the ball? You thought of a way to take care of everything.
Okay, I like the way... Oh, no, I do, too. I just think it would be cool, like, on top of that to have... Because they have him replace, like, the killer's silhouette comes in at the final close, too, and then becomes Leon. So I think it would be cool to do it, like, to be able to see both versions.
So, Leon, Do you object to anything that's been said?
I would hope so. He doesn't want to die.
Do I object? Hell yes, I object. Of course I do. I object. I object. I object. I mean, all of this is just a bunch of stupid theories. You need evidence. Where's the evidence?
Wow, he just stopped even trying.
Without evidence, it's all bullshit. It's bullshit, and I refuse to acknowledge it.
Well then, I guess this is as good a time as any to present the evidence that proves you did it. Makoto, I believe you're in possession of that evidence.
I am? I have the evidence? Your first bullet time battle is about to begin. Yeah, and here's the final minigame that I was talking about. It's a rhythm minigame, and it's not my favorite. Sometimes during a clash trial, your opponent simply won't want to hear what you have to say. When this happens, you will engage them in a head-to-head battle. We like to refer to this as the bullet time battle, aka the BTB, BT dubs. During the BTB, you want to destroy your opponent's statements in time with a rhythm. Match your button presses with each tempo marker as they move across the screen and reach the center. Press the right mouse button to lock onto an opponent's statement. Destroy the statement you've locked onto with the left mouse button as the tempo marker reaches the center. It's really weird, guys. And it doesn't quite match up with the music, which makes it way worse. I thought it was just me, and then I was watching a playthrough of it recently of two people that were like, they're playing the second game right now, and they're like, these are my least favorite parts of this game. They're like, do they not match up to on time? And the other one's like, I'm a professional musician. They are not on time with the beat. And I was like, how did this get through testing? Like, sometimes they're fine, and other times they are not at all. So, if you see me struggling, it's a thing. Alright, so we'll lower their health as we go on. Do this consecutively, and you'll start a combo. Keep this going, and you'll initiate a tempo up. On the flip side, if you keep missing, you'll get into a tempo down situation. When the tempo changes, so does the timing for hitting each button. So watch out for that. Oh no, Orange, it would be great. If you have rhythm, then it's not good for you, trust me, as someone who has a lot of rhythm. At that point, you can press the left mouse button to shoot it down with a truth bullet, like any other statement. Refute their statement fast enough, and you'll come out victorious. What is actually... It actually shows you what I'm supposed to be doing. Oh, the toolkit. But just like before, if your influence gauge reaches 0, or if you run out of time, you fail. Oh, you're a collapse on beats 1 and 3 person.
Removed the screws from the doorknob. They didn't use anything from your room to do it.
The devs put two people with absolutely no concept of rhythm in a room and said, go for it. They found the two tone-deaf game devs and were like, here you go, have fun.
Instead, they must have used something that belonged to them.
They used something of their own to remove the screws? Could it have been... Okay, well now we know what it is. I always forget that the toolkit is like a thing in this game.
You're stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Stupid, 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 stupid.
Well, he's just short-circuiting at this point. Wow, the vein in his head is so far outside of his temple. That's insane. I have to show indisputable evidence that Leon is the killer. I need to figure it out. Alright, Belle, here we go. Here's the moment of truth. Alright, let me see if I can do this right.
Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance.
Okay, it's not actually bad yet. This is probably...
Stupid! You lie! Stop talking!
Okay. Do you see what I mean about, like, I'm hitting it in time with the button circles. It's not actually on beat at all.
Not a chance!
It's completely off.
You lie! Shut up!
Get out of here, Leon.
Where's your proof? You kidding me?
Oh my gosh, it's really hard to look at, by the way. It really hurts my eyes. When you're on your computer all day for work and then you have to do this, this one is lined up better.
Shut up! Where's your proof?
There we go. Okay, good.
Where's your proof?
Toolkit, 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 toolkit. Thank God. This rhythm is making me uncomfortable. Right? I told you guys, it's so off!
The screws on the bathroom doorknob were removed.
It's like an 8th note off the beat. Yes, it's off. If you keep exactly on it, it's wrong. But if you are just slightly off, you can do it right. You would think that someone just threw up. No, I tried warning you guys. I was like, if you are any sort of musical, you will hate this game.
I wonder what kind of tool the killer used to remove that.
I mean, it had to be a screwdriver, right?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure the toolkits we got each had one inside.
That must be what he used. There aren't any other tools anywhere.
Right, but wouldn't he have just used mine?
But the toolkit in my room had clearly never been used.
Oh, never mind, lies.
Because the culprit didn't know it was your room.
Oh, right!
You were in Sayaka's room.
Ah, there we go. I mean, all the colors flashing in the background don't help your eyes at all. No! Hillary, they really, really, really do not. I have everything on night mode constantly for a reason. Oh my gosh.
The boys got toolkits, so the killer naturally assumed there wouldn't be one in there.
Okay, then whose toolkit did the killer use?
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
It had to be their very own toolkit.
Stupid, 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 stupid!
Wow, he's like, and Leon.exe has stopped working.
Leon, would you mind showing us your toolkit? If I'm right about this, then the screwdriver will show some evidence of being used.
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
Huh? If you say you used it for something else, you'll have to explain exactly when, where, and why.
And let me say this right now. I lost it isn't an excuse at this
Jeez, well, it's also like, you better hope that none of the other boys use theirs.
Stupid.
Oh, jeez. He's just like, and I'm out.
So, you have no rebuttal?
Then it would seem we are finished here.
Alright, everybody, voting time. Oh, no, we're gonna get this creepy image again. Have fun with the nightmares. Oh, we actually literally are done. Okay, great. Oh, yeah, it's gonna give me 86 for that one thing I accidentally chose Sayaka, not the killer, or vice versa. Leon could have just broken her arm and left. First off, my name is Celestia Ludenberg. Welcome to the stream. Also, very appropriate name for this. You are absolutely correct, and that's a thing, I believe, what they're probably just about to get into right now. He didn't have to go kill her. He just was like, oops, well, now I have an opportunity. Oh, great, and we got a bunch of medals we can exchange for items.
Looks like you've reached your verdict. Then are we ready to cast our vote?
Yes, please, sir, thank you.
You all have a lever in front of you. Use it to make your selection.
How does a lever choose one of 15 people?
Just to remind you all, make triple sure you vote for someone. You wouldn't want to be punished for something so minor, right?
Is that in the school rules that you have to vote?
Okay, then let's get excited!
That was weird. Why did they zoom in on Kyoko for a second? I'm pretty sure she's voting.
Will you make the right choice? Or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Monokuma was like, thank God, it was so boring there for a while. Let's get this show on the roll. I love this little animation. Look at these, they're cute little icons. I love them. I mean, it's really not for a good reason, but but they look great, regardless. Okay, so now we're back to no voice acting, so I will get back to this. Uh-oh, looks like you got it right on the money. The blackened in this case, the one that killed Sayaka, was none other than Leon Kuwata. Huh? Why did they voice that?
Hey, hold on.
Hold on a second. Leon, did you really kill Sayaka? I don't believe it.
You son of a bitch.
What the heck is wrong with you?
I didn't have a choice.
It was Kill or Be Killed.
So, that's why...
I killed her first.
None of you are any different.
One wrong step and you'd be the one standing here. It was a complete chance that I wound up like this.
I was just... unlucky. That's all.
Yeah.
Hey, come on!
You expect me to just accept my death? Everything's become clear. It's only chapter 1 and we're already down to 12. I know, right? They killed 3 people right off the bat. Like, you are not lasting long here. Leon, she's not even that strong. You could have shoved her around. Right. Like, he's literally so much stronger than Sayaka. It's not even funny. The decision we made was right after all. But when I think about that, honestly, I'd be better off if we'd been wrong. Because if what we came up with really is the truth, then that truth is that Sayaka was trying to frame me. But even if that's true, I can't say she was wrong. After all, the mastermind. It's all because of that video. Even I couldn't handle what I saw in there. If I was her and the video actually had something to do with me, I can't even imagine. Now we're trapped here with no way out. They're probably waiting for me. I can't afford to be stuck in here. the one thing that was more important to her than anything else. Her dreams, her friends. To have to see something like that happen to them. And Sayaka. I did whatever it took to reach that dream. I mean it. Even some things that weren't so pleasant. And that's why Sayaka, for the friends that meant so much to her, that's why she betrayed me. So, when she said,
No matter what happens, please always be there for me. I need you on my side.
she was lying to me from the very beginning. She was using me. Is that why she talked to me in the first place? I guess I'll never know. Because there's nothing I can do to ask her what she was thinking. Once you're dead, that's that. Boy howdy, the entertainment industry must sure be terrifying, huh? I mean, to try and kill someone just because of those relationships. She seemed so nice and lovely on the outside, but inside, she descended into pure madness. What did you say? I understand. Really, I do. Yep. You're in utter despair thanks to Sayaka's betrayal, right? Compassion, intimacy, love. The stronger those feelings, the stronger the despair when they collapse. Stop screwing with us. This is all your fault. Makoto, you're easy to manipulate with kindness. Of course she was using you. It's really not a lie at all. It's so true. Oh, the SCP Lord 1. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome home. Welcome to the homies. How you doing tonight? We are just wrapping up the trial for tonight for Danganronpa, but if you are a Danganronpa fan, obviously if you know anything, please don't spoil anything, but we are glad to have you here. And if you're just checking in for the night to have funsies, glad to have you here as well. Sayaka being forced to do something like that. All of it, everything. It's all your fault! Suddenly in a frenzy, I lunged at Monokuma. Maybe not. But...
That's enough.
Oh, she said that. As angry as I was, Kyoko latched onto my arm without hesitation. Her grip was like iron, strong enough I was sure it would leave a bruise.
Calm down.
If you really want to make her enemies pay for what they've done, you need to let it go for now. Dang it. Oh, that was a close one. I thought for sure you were going to give me a good walloping. Yeah, and then we'd end up like Junko. Just barely avoided punishment, you did.
Yes, indeed.
Now then, since you so magnificently revealed the identity of the killer during the trial, the blackened Leon Kawada will receive his punishment.
Punishment? You mean execution?
Oh, your favorite is Leon. Oh, boy. Well, you're just in time. Yeah, this is the first trial. Oh, boy. Well, I'm so sorry you got to see your boy die. Yeah, my favorite's hard in this game. Probably Kyoko's my favorite, to be honest. I like a lot of them, though. I do love Mondo. I love Chihiro. Gosh. Death by bonk? I mean, not bonk. You'll see.
Wait a second.
I didn't have a choice. I had to kill her.
Yeah,
that's it. Oh, I was just protecting myself in the heat of the moment. It was self-defense.
Is that okay?
How exactly was it self-defense? And Celeste terrifies me, but I love her too. I can't say Kyoko without spoiling anything, but we will learn why I love her, and I will talk about it as we go along. When you forced your way into the bathroom, did you or did you not use your very own toolkit? After she'd shut herself in the bathroom, you went out of your way to head back to your own room. Then you came all the way back, broke into the bathroom, and killed her. Am I wrong?
Do you understand?
You had any number of chances to stop what you were doing, but you chose not to. Is it not because you had an unclouded intent to commit murder?
So,
That's not... Stop it. I've had enough of this. Oh, are you sure? You were closer to her than anyone, were you not? He killed your precious Sayaka. Do you understand? I can't say Leon is solely to blame. Of course, I don't plan on blaming Sayaka either. Because the one to blame is him. So what? If it weren't for you, this never would have happened to Sayaka or Leon. We shouldn't be fighting each other. We should be fighting against the one who put us in this situation. The mastermind. Yeah, there was no longer an immediate threat. So the self-defense argument, 1000% Kim. He absolutely just wanted to get out of here. Uh-oh. Did you awaken to your sense of justice?
Hey,
Well, it just so happens that there's nothing more unethical than an unwavering sense of justice. After all, it's people with that sort of mentality that perpetuate war all over the world. Celeste is absolutely right, though. Once she hid in the bathroom and he went after her. Oh, no, she's not wrong in that. She's just, like, vindictive at the same time. She's not kind about it either. Is that the kind of justice that's awakened within you? Just shut up. Okay, well, anyway, more importantly. Let's hurry up and get to what everybody's been waiting for. The punishment!
I'm begging you, please, don't do this!
Gosh, even when you know he's guilty, like, it makes you really upset. No more begging! No more excuses! You must pay the penalty for breaking the rules! Society demands it!
Stop, please!
Gosh.
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment.
Thrills, Chills, Kills is a great slogan. It is. Monokuma's a phenomenal antagonist. Slash mascot, I guess? But they do a great job with him and his sayings.
No.
And his voice actor does a great job here too, Leon's.
Give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
So just, as content trigger warning for everyone, hey, super violent stuff about to happen. Have fun, everybody. Welcome to your first execution. Game over. Leon has been found guilty. Time for the punishment. Everyone just like glaring at him. Oh, new animation graphics. Yep, there we have fun, everyone. Here we go. Like, already terrifying. Just getting dragged up by your neck on a collar. Gosh. Everyone's like, oh sure, let's just watch, let's have fun with this. Like, no! The 1,000 blows. Ow! Gosh, I mean, this is brutal. Ugh. Wow, even Celeste was sweating. Byakuya and Kyoko were the only two that didn't. Jeez. Yeah. Like, real rough. Not really gory. Like, that's, like, it wasn't that, but it was, I mean, like, you feel it. Like, I could, ow. Look at how mortified everyone is. I want your excuse to be really due, so I can get behind. Oh, yeah, they are. They very much are. They're very thematically appropriate for the most part, so. Tia, oh, fun. It is a huge cannon. Good job for those animators, though, right? The animation team in this thing kills it, and they're so smart because they combine the 3D and the 2D. Like, the characters are flat, but all, like, the animations are 3D. It's really cool. Very unique and distinctive. So the Monokuma Theater bit about speed a few weeks back, I kind of thought foreshadowed this execution because of how fast those balls came at him, or a different one. Oh! Kim, I didn't even think about that, but I guess you're right. I don't know how they relate yet, so that's a good point. That was the true face of despair. I mean, if we can't call it that, what else could we call it? Extreme! Woohoo! Extreme! Man, my adrenaline is pumping right out of control! Yeah, I'm gonna let him handle that noise. What's going on?
I can't take it.
Do we really have to keep doing this? I can't take it. Well, hey, if you don't like it. All you gotta do is swear to cut all ties with the outside world and accept living here forever. But that's only if every single one of you can get on board with that. At that point, if I had been planning a murder, I'd have gone, oh, never mind. I'm not gonna do a murder. Right, Josh? I'd be like, you know what? I think I'll just stay here. I think I'm fine with that. I think I can live with it. These people aren't that intolerable. I feel like a personalized death is a hard... Right? It's terrifying to think about. Like, I don't want to know what mine would be at all. No, thank you. Oh my gosh.
Damn you.
Man, screw you. Why the crap are you doing all this evil crap to us?
What the heck?
Evil? You make it sound like I'm some sort of dark, awful secret society type of guy.
Say what?
Or in this case, a dark, awful secret society type of bear.
Well,
So why are you putting such an upstanding young citizen like me through such a grueling ordeal?
Hey,
It seems like you're trying to use common sense to make sense of something that doesn't make any sense. That's like trying to put a mile on a scale. I just don't think it's possible. Clay, I don't think what you're saying and what I'm saying quite fit together. Piece of crap. I don't know who you are, but I'm gonna pound your butt into the ground. You must really hate to get me so angry, huh? But if you do that, you're barking way up the wrong tree. After seeing that execution, though, who would be willing to risk it? I'd take living forever in the school if they kept providing food. Right? They have all the clothes, food, and supplies they'd ever need, and they're like, you know what, let me get out of here. Oh, I would absolutely still kill someone. I would just do a much better job of covering my tracks. I don't watch all these crime documentaries just for fun. It's also to study. Oh my gosh. If Cornhead gets busted killing someone, assuming he kills, would his death animation be a motorcycle doing burnouts on him? Ow! I just felt that in my gut. Oh, ow. What happened because more than one of you decided you wanted to get out, right? No matter how much time passes, you can't cut free of your regrets from the outside world. You're to blame! Of course we can't cut free of the outside world. Being trapped in this insane place. You're trapped, are you? Well, I'm sure once you learn all the mysteries of this school, your thinking will change for sure. You'll think, boy, isn't it so wonderful how we all get to live here forever?
What does this mean?
What are you trying to say? Oh, RBT, hello, my friend. We're just wrapping up, but it's good to see you. I'm glad that you're here.
Hey.
I feel like there's some deeper meaning hidden in there, just like before. Anyway, let's get back to the let's get to the Blacken's punishment. That's what everyone is waiting for, after all.
Hey.
When you say everyone, who exactly are you referring to? Sorry, I said everything I've got to say. I need to save some of the fun for later. And he's out. And just like that, he was gone. He left us there, overwhelmed by a nightmare turned reality. Is that where the first chapter ends? Oh no, hold on. Even after he was gone, we stood there forever, unable to move. Actually, no, it wasn't that long, I think. Everyone just lost their sense of time. We were all too scared. Scared of being alone. Oh, my boy was crying so hard! Wow, even Mondo was crying, jeez. No one even tried to speak. Their faces were stone, their voices dead. But it was in that moment.
Just a second.
Makoto, can I talk to you for a second? She moved in close and whispered into my ear.
Makoto.
Before we head back, there's something I want to talk to you about. It's about Sayaka, isn't it? I'm surprised you figured it out.
Listen.
I told you before the class trial started. You had to figure out the mystery of this case yourself. You wanted me to realize how Sayaka betrayed me by myself, didn't you? The thought never even crossed my mind. I feel like such a fool, becoming such an easy target like that.
It's true.
Sayaka meant to double-cross you. That's a fact that you can never change. But even until the very end, she wasn't sure of her decision. That's why, as she lay dying, she was thinking of you. She was thinking of me? You can't just say something like that. I mean, there's no way you can know that. Only Sayaka would know for sure, and we can't ask her now.
However...
Even if you can't ask her, you can infer it, don't you think? Her final thought was how she could protect you. What?
So...
The fact that she used her last ounce of energy to leave her dying message proves it. If she didn't care what happened to you, she never would have left that message. Well, maybe she just wanted to get back at the person who had killed her.
Certainly.
That's certainly one possibility. But I don't think that's what it was.
Anyway...
She was uncertain. She wasn't sure she could kill someone or deceive you. which is why her plan failed. Her hesitation attracted failure.
Right.
It's almost ironic when you think about it. Why are you telling me all this? Because you're the kind of person who can overcome this. Because you can move past the deaths of your friends, Sayaka and Leon, and keep moving forward.
Correct.
Without someone like that, the others would never be able to break free of such a desperate situation. Move past their deaths. I could never do that. No. I'm going to carry them with me the rest of my life. How could I possibly move past something like that? Leon, Sayaka, I'll carry them with me forever. I'll carry their memories with me wherever I go. So instead of forgetting them, you're choosing the hard road. Well, I have high expectations for you. As she said that, she revealed the smallest smile.
Hey.
By the way, I have to admit it, I'm curious. How did you know I wanted to talk to you about Sayaka? Oh, well, I'm psychic.
What?
Huh? Just kidding. I just have pretty good intuition. I read that line when I first played this game and burst into tears. I was like, they really just gonna hit me with the it's just intuition? Get out of here, Danganronpa. Oh my gosh. Well, y'all, that is to be continued for tonight. That is everything we are going to get through tonight. We received the Despair Bat present. Great. I'm so glad that we got that item. Woo. Yes, I do want to save my data. Thanks. Oh, no. Go, please move over to the overwrite button before we get to any of this. Oh my gosh. Well, y'all, thank you so much for joining me. I know tonight was... Well, I feel like y'all were pretty much on the same page as, you know, where the murder was going. Again, this was chapter 1, so they kind of spell a lot of it out for you. Actually, they literally spelled it out for you in this case, whether you got it or not. But I am very, very glad that we got to experience that together. I'm glad that my health stuck through the rest of the night. I was worried I wasn't going to be able to make it, but it is all good. On tomorrow, I'm not positive whether I will do my productivity stream solely because of my health, and we'll see how I'm feeling. Thursday night at 8 p.m. we'll be back with more Littlewood. Saturday at 8 p.m. we'll be back with Fire Emblem Three Houses. I am very, very, very excited for all of that. I guess you could say they pitched a soft boo. Boo! Awful. They pitched a softball? No. Wrong. Well, they're going to throw a curveball at you later. I hate everything. Okay. On that note, let's find somebody to raid tonight. Ooh. Wait, our friend is playing Littlewood. Oh, okay, listen. Yeah, let's do that. We said we're gonna raid them anyway. Josh, you're dead to me. HomesteadHero too. We're gonna raid my friend, them Filth Goblins. They are a couple that stream all sorts of games. And they're playing Littlewood tonight, and since we play that all the time, I figure that's a great place to go. Littlewood, for those of you who don't know, is a little town building sim with lots of, like, farming and romance elements to it, so it's right up our alley. Obviously, if you've only been here at night, not normally the same thing we play, but we play all sorts of variety of things here. Y'all, please take care of yourselves this week. I know with my health kind of on the fritz this week, I've been super hypersensitive to everyone else. It seems like there are a lot of people sick. So please take care of yourselves. If you are raiding with us, and I would really ask that you do, it only takes a second to make another streamer's day even that much better. If you are not subbed to my channel, you can copy that little Homestead raid message with the little cats with sunglasses. If you are not subbed to my channel, please or if you are subbed to my channel, excuse me, please copy the little ones with the Jack Skellington hype emotes. They are delightful. If you have been here, please give it up for our wonderful mods, both on our Discord and in here with Poofs Lazy, who is our Twitch mod. She is a delight. She keeps everything locked down, safe and secure here, and I am so utterly appreciative for everything that she does. Yeah, not a great health week. Yeah, Hill, it doesn't seem like that for anyone, and I'm sorry that it's not that better for you either. Anyway, y'all, until we get to adventure together again, please take care of yourselves. Go find a way to be heroic in your own communities. But until then, for now, let's raid. Nope, I definitely clicked the wrong button.